Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7. He's Ham Solo. Ham, are we on time or are we late?
Apparently we late. Apparently we're late. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna hold that L. That's fine. The community, the community said they hungry. They ready to keep it moving. They ready to keep it pushing. So like, I ain't gonna argue with them. Hey, if y'all think I'm late, I'm late.
Yo, Vincent Vega, thank you for keeping us honest. Welcome in Dragon Art Yobi, welcome in Ray Chi, Sour Blow, Sir X-Men, our elder statesman. Welcome in JPM. Ham, before we get into all of it, I just have to say I am so humbled and I'm so happy that there's people literally sit there and are like, when's the lowdown on? When's bullshitting on? When's behind them sticks?
I know.
Thank you guys so much.
Quit fucking with my time. That's what they be like.
I was like, dude, what's going on? Dusty says my mic is loud.
It was. I just turned it down. It was. I got you, Dusty. I got you.
Thank you. He says right on time for me. Cheers. Hey, Yobi, I try. Says I'm looking sharp. I try, bro. I try. Matt likes games. Says, man, I wonder what the more gaming news is this week. Yeah, very quiet. Nothing happened. The
Xbox was like, you didn't see nothing. Nothing happened.
I did not personally spend over 2 hours of my life yesterday, right? Trying to come up with a show, trying to come up with topics just for Xbox and the FTC to destroy all of it. That's not what happened. I promise you, that's not what happened. Welcome in, Stanley Francois. Hamathy. Let's just get into it. No sports talk, no nothing today. Let's just
damn. Yeah, we ain't got
right
that
into the meat.
Loke said he ain't got that kind of time today. He trying to get right into the you getting right into the shepherd's pie, the meat and potatoes. He said, "Give it to me. Let's go."
This is from The Verge. Xbox leak. New Xbox Series X design, next gen in 2028, and more. So, one of the biggest Xbox leaks, I would say gaming leaks, but let's continue reading. One of the biggest Xbox leaks in the history of gaming has occurred. Thanks to the FTC v Microsoft case, unredacted documents have revealed key Microsoft communication between Xbox execs, plans for new diskless Xbox Series X, a gyro controller, and even a next-gen hybrid Xbox in 2028. Ham, let's start off with the console. It's called Brooklyn. Without instead of a
Brooklyn,
Y,
stand up.
No, Brooklyn, sit the fuck down. Physical, editions. Anyways.
Mad disrespectful. Okay.
No. They're the ones disrespecting us with this console with no CDs. The hell. Vincent says YouTube notifications be bugging me to be on time. Excuses. Vince, we compliment loud and clear. We all have notifications. We don't all click on them and then be sitting there like, yo, I need to see this. You're here. We appreciate you, man. We are both sending you a virtual hug. Promise. So X-Men says I'm just gonna chill out and listen now. Oh, because there's no sports talk. All right, fine. Ham, let's do this. So Brooklyn, the Series X refresh. It is supposedly the most powerful Xbox ever. Now adorably all digital. Before I mouth off all these little talking points that they put in the picture, what are your thoughts on the look of it?
I mean, what is up with these humidifier looking ass consoles these days? Like,
router looking as console.
yeah, like these consoles is looking weird today, but like, hey, I read the specs and stuff that it's supposed, or like, the stuff it's supposed to have, the additions it has compared to the regular model. It's not even a pro console. It's just more storage, no disk drive, better Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth or something like that. It's just like a few minor changes and like a new controller. It's not like a pro console that's like supposed to have a different GPU or CPU in it. Like, no, it's the same as the console I have right now with the new controller that's diskless with better Bluetooth. So, I mean, to me, this is what I wanted to see. I'm not gonna lie, this is what I wanted to see. Something
This
like
is what
that.
you wanted to
Something
see.
like that was what I wanted to
A
see.
diskless console.
I mean, we all, who didn't think that they were gonna do a diskless Series X? Who didn't think that? You didn't think they'd do a diskless Series X? I thought from the
I didn't
beginning
think
of
they'd
the
be dumb
generation.
enough to do it.
I thought since the beginning of the generation,
That's
I'm
what they
like,
should have done at the beginning.
right, exactly. So like, yeah, like I said, I thought since the beginning of the generation they should have had a diskless version that was like $50 to $100 cheaper than the regular version. But this one is just as much money as the regular version, which has kind of got me a little puzzled. That's a little puzzling on pricing. But then again, but
Puzzled.
time out, Loke, relax. But you got to remember that you are getting double the amount of storage, which is usually what, as Xbox has been charging for a 1 terabyte extra storage, it's been near $200, bro. As of now, with these sales, it's about $150. If you take the disk drive off or whatnot, you're thinking about like maybe $400, right? But then you add the terabyte back on, well, then you're right back at $5. And you got better Bluetooth and whatever. So I mean, there's replacements in the area. I'm not saying that it being the exact same price as the disc is great, but I'm just seeing some of the direction.
Same energy. I don't see the same energy for when Sony puts their foot in their mouth.
Well, we'll compare something that Sony did that's comparable to this.
The freaking useless controller.
What do you mean?
The PSP.
Oh, that is not what? Like that? Those two don't even correlate. The Q Lite, the Q Lite versus a new edition of a Series X. That doesn't. No, Loke, no.
A bad product is a bad product. It
shouldn't
be a copy. Like, okay, we can only equate the next bad Xbox product to the PSP if it looks exactly like the PSP but just has Xbox control buttons on the side. That's not how it works, bruv. This is a crap product. This is terrible. And they talk about backwards compatibility and all that crap. They talk about it, but you look at what they do. What are they doing? They
hurting your feelings. That's what they're doing. They hurting your feelings.
As long as they can control backwards compatibility, they're down for it. Is that really backwards compatibility?
But what happens? What happens, Loke? Time out.
When they can control backwards compatibility, we get stuff like what's going to happen just now with Marvel's Avengers and what's happened with tons of other games.
But here's a quick solver for that problem. Here's a quick solver for that problem. If you make an external disk drive.
Oh Lord.
If you make we'll see why. This is why that makes sense to make an external disk drive, because the Series S is plagued with the same issues that you're talking about. So if you make an external disk drive, I don't know if I said hard drive before or whatever, but I meant to say disk drive. If you make an external disk drive, it could help out this console that's to be coming out, keep in mind you still have the option to get the other one, Loke. You act like this other option is just disappearing. This version isn't disappearing, but for those that don't care about disc, can get that other one. And if they do come out with a separate disc drive, I think that would be helpful. The problem with this PSP thing that you're talking about, there is no way to fix that. There is no way to fix or overhaul or do something about to mitigate that issue. There is no mitigation to that. There is a mitigation to this, and that's where I'm saying there's a difference.
A solution? No, the only solution that works for the Brooklyn is show me where I can insert the disc.
I just told you. If you get a separate disc drive, you probably could, possibly, if they decide to make it.
Probably, possibly. It's a lot of.
I would rather have possibly. I would rather have. I'd rather have possibly.
Are you sitting with these guys? Are they telling you? Are you guys brainstorming? Do you know something, Ham? Come on.
I know that the PlayStation 5 was talking about making a separate disc drive. Why would Xbox do something completely different? If they want to support backwards compatibility, it has to be. There has to be somebody.
5 said it.
How many times you gonna How many times you gonna interrupt me?
Go ahead.
All right, so
I'm salty today.
Yeah, apparently, yes, you are. I'm saying that there is a way to mitigate this issue, but while you bring up the PlayStation, whatever portable, the porthole or whatever you want to call it, as there is a way to as you can fix this issue, how can you fix that one? If you want to put those two in comparing,
you can't. They're both shit products. That's exactly why I brought it up, because you can't fix it. It's shit.
I guess
it's just shit. Whatever you tack onto it, right, is just reinforcing that the production of whatever was made was lacking. Because a good product, at least the way I see it, it's just like what's his name? God Howard says it just works. But if you have to sit there and there's so many barriers that you need to personally work on the kinks and add this and add that, then it's probably not as good as the price comes, as the price is displaying it to be. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Logan, real quick, just do this for me.
What?
This is a little off the beat, but I want you to tell me the last 3 disc games that you got for your Xbox.
Okay.
Series X.
God damn it.
Recently.
Sorry, someone just called me. Oh, sorry. Can you restart? Someone just called me and then the internet cut. Go ahead.
No, I said, tell me the last 3 disc games that you bought recently for your Series X.
This mother. Ham.
Get me. Just tell me.
That is a low blow.
Tell me right now. Tell me. Just tell me. It's not a low blow.
No, Ham.
It's not a low blow. It's a question.
No, that's
it's a question.
It's
why is that crazy? Why is that crazy?
You know where I live. You know what the financial situation is
in
terms of
I just
my
broke
country.
you down. This
man got a stores here.
This man got a flat tire. You got a flat tire right now, man. You got to fix it. You need to pull off to the side of the road.
No.
Yeah. Hey, Loke, you better hit the pits. You better hit the pits. Sounds like you need some new tires.
The question you ask when you know something personal about the other person. You're not attacking my point. You're attacking my current situation that I live in.
I could ask K Mega the same question. I could ask K Mega the same question. I'm sure he has a store right down the street from him, Loke. What are we doing?
Look, K Mega doesn't like physical games. That is his choice, prerogative, whichever.
Okay, how about I ask Cassie Cage then? She loves physical.
There's a lot of people that prefer physical. I personally prefer physical, but there's no GameStop in Mozambique, and I'm not willing to go all the way to South Africa to get one game, and then get another game, and then the next month. I don't have the financial means to even do it. So I don't even have the time as well. So for me, it's an impossibility. But if I could, if I lived in South Africa, like 90% of my games, I would have a wall of just physical games, because that's how I prefer to game.
Didn't
And
you
because
say
of where I
something
live,
about woulda,
internet.
coulda, shoulda earlier? I feel like I
Oh my
remember
God.
you saying
You know
something
what?
about
You
woulda,
know what?
coulda.
We're going off on a real tangent. John Wolf says these Xbox leaks got me leaking in my pants.
Oh
Welcome
shit.
in, Mr. Joanna Duck. Okay, John Wolf. Okay. Vincent says this is like Def Jam fight for no. It's not a fight.
Oh, it's a fight.
Dolomite says.
You saying it ain't a fight because I got the chair now.
Use.
You saying it ain't the fight because I got the chair in my hand.
Oh God. Dolomite says low crying about something he doesn't use. Dolomite. Based off of your logic, the US should never invade anywhere in the world.
Oh, what you talking about? Oh man.
I'm just saying it's not your problem, right?
You went into the gutter.
Hold on. I'm going all the way, Ham. If you can go personal because you know where I live, then I'm going all the way with everyone else.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Just because I don't use physical, does that mean that I shouldn't care about other people getting shit on? The people that have access to physical,
they're not getting shit on though. They still have
an actual issue.
My thing is they still have the option to go physical, Loke, and you're just completely flying over that.
All right, welcome in, Cassie Cage. Oh God, Rachie says, thank you so much, Rachie, with the $2 Canadian super chat. Says only USA has good physical deals. For us, is digital. Rachie,
He's in Canada. He's just north of me.
I'm not even stressed about whether I can get a good deal or not. I just prefer physical. I'm that old guy that wants to touch the things. I want to feel it with my fingers. Yeah. I want to open the case and smell the new smell. I want to.
Yeah, Loke
Biden.
They
don't have books anymore in these boxes.
Loke Biden.
They're doing what? Oh, Loke Biden. You know what? I'm not falling asleep live. That's what I'm not doing. Anyways, Ham, the Xbox Brooklyn, you down?
Probably not. Definitely not a right away at all.
Okay.
I mean, they literally said the only difference is like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or whatever, in storage capacity. No, what? The reason I was happy to see this come out is because it doesn't say that the current system that I have is compromised. So that's why I'm happy to see it. I was really looking forward to them saying, hey, here's another edition of the same thing. That's what I was hoping to see, just like the 360 era. Here's another edition of the same thing. Some of the functionality might be a little bit better. They got a better controller. They got a better, they got better storage. But other than that, it's just like I could just get a couple things and it's the same thing as that Xbox, except mine is physical. And yours is too, Loke. So relax.
Okay, I have a question because I don't know about. Maybe this is on a bit too tight. Anyway, the technical. I don't understand the technical behind this. Bluetooth 5.2 radio for improved accessory experiences. Does BT 5.2 mean I can use any Bluetooth device, or am I still stuck with Xbox patented stuff?
That's a good question. I feel like that's a good question.
Does anyone in the chat have any any information, like solid information on this, even links or whatever?
I don't know. We should keep pushing though.
Yeah. Well, as for me, the Series X refresh can buzz off the same way the PS5 refresh that's coming can also buzz off. I'm done with these mid-gen refreshes. I agree. Freaking done.
I agree.
So done. You know what? When the Xbox Series Y comes out, let's talk. When the PS6 comes out, let's talk. Until then, what you guys did with the Xbox One and the PS4, stretching those things all the way to 2023, you've shown me it's not necessary to upgrade. It's really not. I won't be left behind. One of the reasons why, I jumped straight to the Series X day one, and then I got the PS5 as soon as possible. Well, the wife got me the PS5, but uh, uh, by the way, Sarah, thank you so much. The reason it's so important, it was important to me to jump to these consoles as soon as possible, is because I was convinced we're moving to the next chapter. These companies have shown me that there's no such thing as the next chapter. Everyone's getting on the bus. This is like one of those Indian trains where there's people in the compartments, there's freaks on top of it, there's people hanging on the side. We're all going. No one is getting left behind. So I don't care about getting a new console. I'm sorry, especially one with no disc. Can we move on, with the Brooklyn?
Yeah. Well, or let me just read some of this stuff out just to kind of get a clear understanding. It says Brooklyn dash Xbox Series X refresh, the most powerful Xbox ever. Now adorably all digital. That's a weird. Okay. Brooklyn
It's
will.
a lot of things. It's not adorable.
It says Brooklyn will deliver 4K Gen 9 console gaming with more internal storage, faster Wi-Fi, reduced power, a more immersive controller, and beautiful redesign that elevates all the digital experience of the Xbox ecosystem. Updated technologies. All new Southbridge to modernize I/O and sustainability efforts, Wi-Fi 6E radio for better throughput, latency, and interference mitigation, Bluetooth 5.2 radio for improved accessory experience, 6 nanometer die shrink for improved efficiency, giving our fans more to love. Beautiful and innovative new design, more internal storage for games, 2 terabytes, USB-C front port. That's interesting. USB-C front port with power delivery, all new, more immersive controller, same price at $499. Improved sustainability story, reduced power supply unit power by 15%. New low power standby mode is 20% of current Xbox Series S standby mode. Wow, that's not bad. Increased use of PCR on housing up to 30%. 100% recyclable packaging when you buy it. That's a silly thing to put on there. Anyways, yeah, so it has a few upgrades, but if you already have a Series X, it's not anything to run and get the new version
If
for.
you have a Series S, you don't have to get this.
Loke, you're silly. If you have a Series S and you want 4K,
just buy a hard drive. Buy an SSD. What 4K? Didn't they promise us 4K on the freaking Series X and fail?
No.
Didn't they promise us 8K on the PlayStation and fail?
No, you get 4K on the Xbox. What are you talking about? Why are you so salty?
The Xbox has 4K.
Yeah.
The Xbox. Okay, fine. The PlayStation promised us 8K and it didn't come through.
Man, Loke, you need to loosen up, yo tie or something, bro. You are
not feeling it.
You are uncomfortable.
Jacob Novak says, "Did you tell us what your 3 recent disc games were?" Jacob,
shit!
I haven't bought a physical game in years. I live in a third world country that barely has stores.
Oh,
we have like 5 or 6 malls in the capital city, just 5 or 6 malls. That's it. There is no physical market in Mozambique. All right.
Man, y'all leave Loke alone.
Yeah.
Y'all leave this man alone. He's down horrendous right now. Leave this man alone.
Yes. See, Vincent's right. Vincent's right. It says 4K 30, not 4K 120 like it says on the box. Who says what?
4K 120.
Oh God. John Wolf says.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. John Wolf says Loke acting like he leaked the docs. If I had these documents, I would not leak them. This was a very unfortunate event. Okay. Big Mad Mo, that's not necessary. Come on. He says you're talking about Texas. Whatever, man. Ham, you wanted to correct me on something. That's messy. That's not necessary.
No, I was just saying, like, how many things are 4K 120? Now you're starting
That's supposed to be the base.
No, it's
supposed to be the base, right?
It's not supposed to be the base. It's supposed to be the up to part. Unfortunately, if you're expecting 4K 120, I don't know what. If you're expecting 4K, all right, Loke, go on ahead and speak because you need to speak.
The box did not say up to 4K 120. What it said was 4K 120. That's all it said. So when I'm looking, I'm like, okay, everything's gonna run 4K 120 on the Series X. The most
you are high if you thought that.
In the existence, I'm high.
Yeah,
I didn't put that on the box, but I'm high. Okay, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. If you know better, you do better, right?
Oh my God, no, Ham, no. You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and then forgive companies for lying to my face and then be like, no, I just assume they lied, so this is okay.
They didn't lie though,
not like,
because it can do 120 and it can do 4K. Can it do them simultaneous on every game? No. Can it do it on every game? No. But can it do it?
So what's wrong with saying up to? You know what, Ham? This is about the leaks, but what you're talking about the Xbox. Let's move on. Matt says, "Man, I'm a few minutes behind, and Loki is in shambles."
It's a fact.
Ham, are you done? Are you done?
I'm not doing anything. I told you I'm happy with what I got. And if you are in dire need of a disc version that you that you can't buy disc games for, be like Loke and get yourself a regular Series X. So you can not buy digital games but have the option.
Yobi, this is my point. It's not that I just believe buzzwords. I'm holding them to their word. It shouldn't be okay for people to say things and then nothing happens when they don't do said things. That's all I'm saying.
Well, this is a different conversation then, because then you're talking about the entire industry. You're not talking about this specific
thing. I'm talking
thing.
About the Xbox. I'm talking about the Xbox and the PlayStation. That's all I'm talking about. Anyway, we have to move on. Otherwise, we're gonna be stuck on this brook.
I mean, we could talk about GPUs too while we're at it. If we're talking about things that they should be able to do, but they ain't.
Wait, PC has the same issue? I'm always that PC is like the pinnacle.
Why do you think these consoles? Why do you think these consoles can't reach that on some of these games? Some of the PC can't even reach it on some of the games. I am not getting a locked 120 on Starfield. I can tell you that. I go into New Atlantis, my GPU is breathing. I can hear it. My shit said, "Give me a motherfucking towel." It is hot.
Catch flight.
Bro.
To catch a flight.
Yo, my PS5 asked if my PC was all right.
That's pretty bad.
I'm telling you, these games ain't no joke. Just look at Immortals of Avium. Just look at Immortals of Avium. That game alone, like,
I forgot that came out.
That game is abusing graphics cards everywhere. That thing is abusing them.
Damn. Even like the 4090, because I heard the 4090 is
Yes,
like the top of the top.
it's abusing a 4090. Like, yes, there are games out there that come out for these consoles that are abusing the 4090. Yes. So to expect 4K
That's gonna be
120
bad.
on some of those is outrageous.
Damn, Dragon Yobi said something that's killing me. He says PC has the same issues. The latest cards out is I'm guessing you meant are getting outclassed by all the cards, and that's an issue. Ham, is that true? All the cards
Yes.
are outperforming new cards.
A 4060 has has like I know a 3060 Ti or something like that is better than the 4060, which is the newer version, which is insane, right?
Okay.
Like in some of the new stuff, they try to make compromises,
Yeah.
because they have a new feature, and sometimes that new feature ain't working the greatest. So then it's like, oh shit, the last card was better.
So my point is, Ham, on this whole thing, right? So we can tie it up in a nice little bow is whenever there is a chance to point out Nvidia lied, Microsoft lied, etc. lied, I'm not going to skip that opportunity. I'm not going to do it. Just because everyone's doing it, it's okay. Just because everyone knows that they're doing it, it's okay. That's not the right way to tackle it, in my opinion.
Well, my question is,
PlayStation lied to us.
why do you notice
PlayStation
it?
lied to us.
Why do you notice it and feel the need to speak on it when Xbox does it? You wait until Xbox does it to speak about it.
How many times? No, Ham, I have mentioned several times that this freaking box says 8K, but no one can point me one game that has 8K
Oh no,
on PlayStation.
we can. I mean that's a fact. You can barely even find
I've said
content to
that several
watch at
times.
8K.
I've said that several times.
Fair enough. All
It
right.
just so happens today the leak is on the big green guy. Jacob, tell me something. How will you be able to play physical in the future when physical doesn't exist? This is a question for
That's a
another
scary.
day.
That's a
Because then we're
scary
gonna go
question.
down. Yeah,
Look at
and
that big
then we go
mess.
down another rabbit hole. We're gonna go down another rabbit hole, and then we won't be able to get into all the salt from the Phil Spencer emails. So Phil Spencer gets real about gaming studio closures. It's not about profits. When asked if Game Pass could have prevented studio closures in a leaked email, the Microsoft gaming CEO said that closures are almost always because of leadership leaving. Lionhead as an example, or the team just losing its passion. So yeah, I'm gonna read a bit of what he said to Jean-Emile Elian. I don't think we've ever closed the studio due to the studio's P&L. It's always P&L is profit and loss. It's almost always been either from leadership leaving or team losing its passion. Ham, does this argument by Phil make sense at all?
I don't really get it so far. I mean, read into it a little bit further if you want.
It sounds like cap to me because although video games are an artistic endeavor, right? At their core, Microsoft and most, like 99% of publishers and devs are in it literally for the profit and loss. So when he says that I don't think we've ever closed the studio due to the studio's profit and loss, I think that's cap. I think that they closed studios because they were either losing money or whatever they were producing or developing at the time, because they did close some studios without them releasing games. They could see that this is not going to work out financially. But this email it kind of tries to allude to, oh, it's not about the money. but I don't think that's true. Am I wrong?
Um, I kind of agree with you right there. I kind of agree. I think
Cap.
it's. Mm,
He capping the same way I was capping about. I don't know if Elder Scrolls is coming to PS. We'll see. We'll think about it. I was like, dog, come on, man. At least say no comment. Don't insult us like this.
Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. So we agree on this on the whole email thing, right?
Yeah.
He capped. All right, all right. Let's move on to the hot one. Microsoft Phil Spencer says acquiring Nintendo
Oh shit.
would be a career moment.
It would be. It would be. I agree. That would be.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on consolidation, essentially? Because that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Buying Nintendo, like when we talked about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, people talk about consolidation. Me and you agreed that settle down. All right, Call of Duty is not the whole gaming market. It's not a big piece of the gaming market. It's really not. It makes a lot of money, but it's not a big piece. This specifically, let me read the email. Let me read the email. Damn. Phil Spencer sent an email to Chris Caposela and Takeshi Numoto. He said, Takeshi, I totally agree that Nintendo is the, in capital letters, prime asset for us in gaming, and that today gaming is our most likely path to consumer relevance. I've had numerous conversations with the LT of Nintendo about tighter collaboration and feel like if any US company would have a chance with Nintendo, we are probably in the best position. Ham Solo, the floor is yours.
Oh, wow. That was a hell of a transition right there.
Yeah,
I
the
think
pause was on purpose.
getting Nintendo would be insane. I mean, I think that statement or sentiment is absolutely right, saying that, yo, if we get this right here, it could be, a moment in history for him in particular, 100%. But for Xbox to get all of that legendary IP would be insane. Is it good? I don't think so. Not exactly. I'd like them to be partners. Wouldn't be mad about that. But to them to be owned by Xbox, I mean, I'm an Xbox fan and all, but I think that's a little much, right? I like there. I don't know. In my opinion, it just comes to a time where it's like, all right, bro, put that wallet away. Relax. You could
You don't
do
have to
this
buy
without doing that.
everything.
Yeah, you could do this without doing that. So but I could see where they'd both extremely benefit off of each other, right? Um, both of their infrastructure are built totally different. So I could totally see this helping out Nintendo in the sense of like cloud, in the sense of marketing bigger, powerful hardware. I could see this helping out Xbox in the sense of like IPs, getting the name out there to just general people. Having a handheld for themselves, having this all integrate into an Xbox Game Pass type of way. I could totally see why this could
Oh
be
gosh,
very.
can you imagine?
No, I
Go
couldn't.
ahead. No,
I
sorry.
could not imagine. I can't, Luke. I can't imagine turning on my Xbox, seeing Game Pass, and then scrolling down and seeing Tears of the Kingdom in there. That would, I'd lose
No,
my mind if I
that's
seen
not
that.
even it. Damn, that's
Okay,
not even it. That's not even
what's
it.
the crazy thing for you then?
Nintendo is notorious for segmenting out their consoles and their games. Can you imagine Microsoft being like, "Oh, you like Mario? Here's all the Mario games that's ever existed.
Oh, yeah.
You like Zelda? We got Zelda from start to finish." Dude,
I mean,
the same way people are sitting here thinking
you're
if
cooking.
COD is on Game Pass, then can you imagine all the COD games? Dude, Zelda, Mario, that's it. Like, you don't have to buy anything else for your kids. Just here's Game Pass, here's a 5-year subscription. You're good. You're gonna go into high school. Just you still won't be done with all the Mario games. You still won't be done with all the Zelda games. Good luck going through all the Pokemon games with all the grind in those. Good luck.
I mean, I'm thinking about older
Why?
IP as well. So, like, some of them 64 games. I mean, you just said all of the Marios, so you're going all the way back to NES, right? I mean, let's
Yeah.
talk. I mean, let's talk about other NES games. Let's talk about like games like Rygar. Let's talk about games like F-Zero that could.
Oh my goodness.
Like, could you imagine a
We might actually get a
4K?
new F-Zero.
Could you imagine a
We might
4K
actually get a new
120?
F-Zero.
Could you imagine a 4K 120 or a 4K 60 F-Zero?
Shit.
I'm just saying, I could see why that marriage would be dope. In hell, it'd be dope for me. I'd take the hell of I'd take advantage of it. But at the same time, do I want to see gaming be that consolidated? Because don't get me wrong, it's dope the things that they could do together. The pricing makes me a little nervous because you're telling Nintendo to join, and Nintendo ain't gonna join without very stern things being taken care of, especially like pricing. I mean, I guess once you get sold, it's not like something that you can handle anymore. But I'm sure that even Xbox was starting to be more stern about their pricing and their budging on pricing. I mean, we've all talked about, these Nintendo games are selling for full price 2 years later. Would we start to see Xbox take that same sentiment? Would we start to see that? I mean, look at Call of Duty right now. Go to Call of Duty on your Xbox and see how much it costs for an old ass Black Ops.
Price is way down. It's now down.
Is it?
It used to be
is it down?
like $50.
Because the last I checked, it was $60 for Black Ops. There was a sale.
Back.
Is the sale back?
I don't know. I just assumed the prices would stay there because now Activision and Xbox. Oh my god, is the price
They ain't owned yet. Last I checked, it was $60 for Black Ops, maybe 50. One of the two.
Oh lord.
That might be something you want to double check, but I'm just saying, like, some of this stuff is expensive, and I could see when Xbox gets comfortable, them being less budging on prices. Once they get comfortable and they know they got the foundation laid out, they got people there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about when people open a store for the first time, or their store isn't doing the best and they're trying to drive traffic. What do? Things go on sale. Oh, you want to try this? You want to sample? Sure. But once they get cooking, once they finances and everything are right, ain't nobody budging on shit. That's how most businesses work. We ain't budging on shit once we're comfortable. Because you need Netflix. It. I don't need you. You need me, though. That's what they're waiting for. That's when you stick them.
Yeah, but we can both agree, Ham, this would be bad for us, the players, right?
Yeah. And see, this is where your physical conversation makes sense. Because digital for Call of Duty Black Ops, as as we're seeing, it's like $50 or $60. You go buy it physical like I did, it was 20. So that's where
And it's
physical
yours
gets
forever.
really talk about it.
Yeah. Physical, it could just, I don't know. For some reason, it's just not working anymore. Tough tits. Um, Damn. You know what? If this happens, then all the people that were talking about the slippery slope with Xbox acquiring Activision and Bethesda were right.
I
Everyone that
still
was sounding the alarm bells, and we were like, "Yo, chill. It's not the end of the end of competition in gaming. Blah blah blah." If this happens, then yeah, they were right. It took long. It took longer for them to be right, but they're right. Welcome in Tombo 901. Pablo still laughing his ass off. It's cool. It's cool. Ham, I'm kind of down. I'm defeated with this topic about Nintendo because remember, well, it's almost like I could tell the future. Remember, was it last year or the year before when we were discussing something and I was like, dude, don't be fooled with Xbox. All this smiling. Oh, I think it was when Skyrim was announced on the Switch and a whole bunch of other Xbox games on Switch. And I was like, dude, this is Xbox starting to wriggle their way into Nintendo. Remember, I said it.
yeah,
And
okay.
here they got all buddy. Even their social media, posts for like a good three to 6 months. They were synergized. It was almost like they were consulting with each other before posting stuff. There was the Doom with what's that? The game that Cozy likes. Damn it! There was the Doom collaboration with oh, is it Animal Planet or something? Animal something.
Oh, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, exactly. There was the collaboration on the Nintendo side. There was the collaboration on the Xbox side, like media wise, right? And I was just like, dude, this is too cozy. This is suspicious. And then when you read Phil Spencer's email, he's talking about we're playing the long game. We can't get them now, but we're gonna put ourselves in a position where if that opportunity ever opens itself up, we're first in line. Xbox is like that BFF, your girlfriend's BFF. He's always there to help her out. He's cool. He's like, no, I ain't trying to smash. I just really like you. I love you like a sister. Blah blah
I'm
blah. Dude, the moment you slip up, bro, the moment you slip up, he's piping it up.
oh my god.
Matt is laughing, but he's laughing because it's true. We all saw this. I pointed it out and I looked like an idiot when I was talking about it. But yeah, Matt, do you see the connection? Huh? Conspiracy theory meme with the guy pointing at the wall. Ham, am I crazy?
Yeah, you are crazy. You're
Wait,
crazy as hell.
uh, Vincent said he's just there for Smash. I'm telling you, he'll be there for 5, 6 solid years, dude. He'll come to the wedding. He'll help you pick out your suit. All this other stuff.
Oh
Which is what
shit.
Xbox was doing, helping them out, putting all these nice games on 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 the Switch, and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Now the next Switch, a whole bunch of games from Xbox are now running on that Switch. Why? Because Xbox sent a bunch of guys to consult and help them out to optimize the performance of this and that and blah and blah. Starfield suddenly runs like a peach on the Switch 2. How did they figure this out? Oh, these guys are geniuses at Nintendo. Dude, it might as well be the Xbox portable console at that point. I'm going off the deep end. Someone stop me. Vincent says he'd be there with his own GameCube controller waiting. You know it. No wit.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, you love GameCube. You do. Ham, you want to move on from this one, or you have anything else to
No,
add?
I'm good, bruh. I'm
After
good.
I went all the way to the Twilight Zone.
Oh, you did.
Let's.
Oh, you did. There ain't no coming back. I'm done.
I noticed your silence, Ham. You did. You at no point did you say you kept. At no point did you say this, Ham. Do you know something?
No, I don't know shit.
This man just smiles. He just smiles. Oh my god. All right. Yobi really about the hugs today, man. Okay. Let's move on.
He's about getting you some help.
Last
That's what
one.
he's about.
I don't know. Everyone's trying to get me all types of help. Yobi's the only one that keeps pressing on the button of hugs. I don't know, dog. I don't know. Anyways, Ham.
What's up?
Lastly, with leaks, and this one's the most significant one. Microsoft documents leak new Bethesda games, including an Oblivion remaster.
Yeah, it's tragic.
It's tragic that we found out before we were supposed to find out. Anyway,
Right.
let me read here. Before it was acquired by Microsoft, ZeniMax Media, the parent company of studios like Bethesda and id Software, was working on remasters for Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Fallout 3, and a new entry to the Doom franchise, according to new documents revealed as part of the FTC v Microsoft. The games were included in a July 2020 Microsoft presentation about the then potential ZeniMax acquisition. So let's go through the games one by one. The Oblivion remaster, originally set for fiscal year 2022. Obviously, most of these releases have been impacted by COVID. So take the dates with a pinch of salt. The real thing here is that these are in active development. That's the real highlight. As for the release dates, I think it'll be complicated.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at some of that stuff, it shows Starfield in 2021, and it shows the DLC in 2022. Well, that's clearly wrong.
Not going to happen.
so what we're probably expecting DLC wide for Starfield would probably be sometime next year. Sometime in if we're going based off of what they said off of that, just push everything a year or two later. And just anticipate the same kind of timing for that stuff. That's the best that you could do, right?
Yeah. Just guess add 2 or 3 years, like you said. So let's start off with the first one. The Oblivion remaster. Thoughts and feelings.
Well, I'm gonna be flat out honest with you. I have not played the original Oblivion, so I'd be. I think that would get me excited to hop back in it, bringing it to today. Very much similar to what they're doing to Persona 3. Reloaded or whatever that one's called. I played first couple hours of Persona 3, and as soon as they announced, "Yo, we're doing a new version of it," I stopped playing it. I have it downloaded still on my PC, Oblivion. I was getting ready to play that, but then I got caught up playing Vampire Survivors and stuff like that with the wife. I only downloaded it to play until Starfield came out. And now Starfield's here, and I was almost late to this stream today because of it. So Oblivion isn't really
noticed. I was like, okay, 15 minutes to go. This dude is not in here. I checked your Discord. This Buster is playing Starfield. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's just idle. Maybe it's idle in Starfield.
Nah.
Okay, check the time. Oh, 10 minutes to go. This dude is still playing Starfield. I'm like, should I call him? What's happening? Bro comes in 2 minutes before we start. Vincent, you were right. We weren't on time, bro. You were right. Go ahead, Em. Go ahead.
I try my best, but
he says, told you. Then it says told you in the chat.
I mean,
He called it. He
I was,
actually called
I was doing some missions, some very, very important missions
it.
for Genghis himself. So yes, I was taking care of some very sensitive situations. But
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Go ahead, man. Finish with Oblivion. I'm sorry.
But yeah, as soon as they put out this remastered one, you can bet your bottom dollar, especially since I'm having such a good time in Starfield. Like it makes me wonder, what the hell did I miss with Oblivion and stuff like that. Very much the same way that I feel about if they were to make like a remake of what's that game called on PlayStation? Like Resistance. If they made a remake for Resistance on there, I'd be like, oh shit, I missed that on the PS3.
Mm.
I'm finna
But
have a heyday with this
still very
joint.
playable.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
still playable.
I own the game. I just haven't beat it. I haven't got to turn it on yet. I'm actually going through.
It looks nice, right?
Oh yeah, Resistance looked great. I thought Resistance.
Yeah.
Like I played the. I haven't beat it, but I have played like the first couple hours of it. I did a few missions, and them aliens are crazy as hell in that game. The buttons are a little funky, but I can get down with Resistance. I mean, because you got to take in effect like the time in which those games came out. Button configurations were not 100% good at all.
Yeah, the characters are a bit stiff. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Wow, Cow Classic Cake says Oblivion is her favorite game of all time.
Oh, snap. There you go.
Damn. The leaks. Okay.
So the leaks got Cult Classic Cage looking a little sideways. You know what I'm saying?
I have to say something real quick, Cam.
What's great?
Usually leaks, and this is like a side note to what Yobi was talking about, me feeling defeated. It's not that I feel defeated. It's just leaks usually are a bad thing for the company that gets leaked on. For me, these leaks, sure, PlayStation can now sit there and better try and position themselves of what they're going to release and when they're going to release it, right?
Sure.
But most of the discourse that I see, whether it's on Twitter or Instagram, is just people being like, hey, Xbox is not playing. Microsoft means this. These acquisitions, it's not a joke. This is for real.
Yeah.
You know that guy that goes to the gym for like 2-3 months, but he's kind of out of shape. A lot of people look and they're like, maybe he's not for real. And then you see that he controls his food, he's checking how he sleeps, and he's doing everything he needs to do to maximize his production. That's how the leaks came out for me. And I think a lot of people have been taking it. This looks like, if you're on Xbox, you are more confident. You were already confident.
Right.
After the leak, you're sitting there and you're like, I might as well pay for another 3 or 4 years of Game Pass.
It's time to put my feet up at this point, right? You look at them leaks and you're just like, all right, I'm finna recline. I'm good. And see what's crazy about it is if you look right after Redfall came out, and hell, before even that, like pretty much from like 2 months. No, I'm going all the way from like pretty much before the showcase, before the Xbox showcase this summer, all the way through 2020, like the beginning of 2022. All we heard was Xbox is on its last leg. Xbox is, they're about to fold. Even what's his name? That Colin dude, Colin Moriarty, was saying this Redfall and Starfield. This is the last.
It looked like it though. It kind of looked like it.
No. In some ways, you're right.
Production wise, come on.
And yeah. In some ways, you're right. It looked like it, especially for those that weren't on the wagon with them. You know, it definitely looked like it. If you were
Yeah.
just like, oh man, I ain't on that train. That train is going somewhere else. Um,
It's not going. There's no coal, like the carriages were all over the place. It was just bad. It was horrible. But carry on with your analogy, Trey.
The cars were on different lines and
Yep.
so
Yep.
but like I mean it's very much like you said about the guy working out, right? You see the cars all on different lines, and you walk in, you see this mess, and you're just like, you ain't cleaning that shit up. Ain't no way you cleaning that
Nothing is
shit up.
happening. Yeah.
Bro, ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way.
And then people kept spamming all the projects that Microsoft abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
Billion-dollar projects. Some
And
of them
then
even more expensive than the whole Xbox division itself.
pow, it was like a moment on Attack on Titan or something like that, or Dragon Ball Z or something like that, where Redfall comes out and it's like, no. And it's like episode over. and
Next week.
It's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next time? And then the next week
got shot in his head. The good guy, the protagonist got shot in his head. If you're an Xbox fan.
The next few weekends, and the next few weekends felt like that holiday break of a TV show where it's like, man, I want to see what's going on this show, but goddamn, they still on holiday break. They still doing what they do, so I don't have any idea. And then they finally come back off a holiday break, showing off that event, and it felt like pretty much since that event and since that whole Activision ABK thing happened with the FTC, Xbox has just been standing tall with their chest out ever since those two situations happened. And then Starfield came out, chest out a little bit further. These leaks happen. It sure is kind of unfortunate. But what it doesn't make Xbox look like is they don't know what they're doing, or they ain't trying, or any of that crazy BS that we've been hearing the last, I don't know, generation. That Xbox just ain't
crazy, Ham. Let's be objective, Ham.
You're gonna say it wasn't crazy?
Their releases were mid. Their releases first party were mid at best. And I'm a guy that doesn't really care about first party. I just care about a platform that gives me games.
I'm talking
about
was
like Xbox One generation.
Oh, okay, fair.
Xbox One generation. There's no real things that made you sit up and be like, oh my god. No, it really wasn't.
Not since the beginning of the generation. Not since the beginning of it.
Yeah. Now you're sitting there and you're like, oh, okay, they've got one or two, and then it's like 3, 4. Okay, maybe they got lucky with these bangers. These leaks, it's like there's no luck. You think we're good now. Just wait. That's what the leaks are saying, at least to me.
You said they on their Bruno Mars? Said, don't believe me, just watch.
Yeah, pretty much. Vincent Vega. No, Vincent, go back and check the numbers. It was record numbers of people hopping into Halo on console and on PC day one. It was wild, the amount of people that were buying Halo, even though it was going to Game Pass. A lot of people, me included, bought Halo. The launch for Halo Infinite was magnificent. They failed to maintain it. It's just it's something to do with the way we misremember things. Because even I thought it's the same thing as you, and then someone sent me like a playlist of just articles of how it all tanked. It was terrible. It started all the way up here, and then in 2 months it was all the way down here. But it started fantastically for Halo Infinite. Okay, Oblivion, Ham. You're looking forward to it, but you didn't play the original, correct?
That's correct. Absolutely.
All right. I'm also looking forward to it, but I've seen some pictures and videos of what Oblivion looked like. I don't think a remaster is good enough. I think they need to remake it. If it's a remaster, I probably won't jump into. The only game I'll tolerate jank in is like freaking Metal Gear. Stiff character models and stuff. I'll do that with Metal Gear. Oblivion, no, sorry. The next game is Doom. Excuse me, Doom Year Zero and DLC. This is supposed to come fiscal year 2023. Not gonna happen. And second set of DLC is supposed to come 2024. Obviously, not going to happen. Am I excited for Doom Year Zero?
No, I'm not. I'm not a boomer shooter guy though.
Just like that?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's that simple for me. Like, will I try it? Sure. Am I excited for it? No. Can I tell you some people that are? Absolutely. But me, nah.
Yeah. Well, I played the first Doom. It's not the first one, but in this trilogy, in this proposed trilogy, Doom 2016, fantastic. I have Doom Eternal installed. I refuse to uninstall it, but I still haven't started it because I know even if it's just as good as the previous one, I'm going to be a happy camper. The problem is Cyberpunk, WRC, Starfield, uh, Hi-Fi Rush, all these like monstrous games. I'm sorry for the pun, but yeah, I will get to Doom Eternal eventually. I am psyched for Doom Year Zero, but a bit. I have a bit of trepidation because Mick Gordon is not directly or even tangentially connected to it. The
Yeah, they
music
got some
in the
beef,
Doom,
I guess.
yeah, especially the recent Doom games, the music is almost like part of the side characters. You know, it's one of the characters in the game. So it might be great. He's not the only composer that can make a kick-ass soundtrack, but that's the only thing that makes me be like, I'm not sure about Doom Year Zero. But gameplay wise, I'm sure it's going to be great. So yeah, definitely a good game to look forward to. Another game for you to be like, yo, Xbox is coming through. K Sante, welcome in, welcome in. Says, I'm here for MK review. I remember you with the slander look. Where's your Tekken savior now? Tekken January 26th. I'm trying to sort myself out financially, but I want to get the collector's edition. Yes, the $300 one. I'm aiming for that one.
For Mortal
Anyway,
Kombat?
let's move on. No. Ugh.
Oh, you're talking
For
about Tekken.
Tekken.
For Tekken, my bad,
No.
my bad.
Mortal Kombat.
Mm.
No. All right. Doom Year Zero DLC coming. Another banger. So the next one is another remaster. And again, this is a game that I sit here and I'm like, I tried the base game, didn't really feel it. I enjoyed Fallout 4 more because it was less stiff. But yeah, Fallout 3 remaster. Supposed to come out fiscal year 2024. I know it's a hot take. Fallout 3 is supposedly leagues ahead of Fallout 4, but yeah. Ham, you psyched for Fallout 3 remaster coming out supposedly 2024, maybe 2025 now, thanks to COVID. Go ahead.
No. I'll be honest. I'm not. I think it'll be cool, and I'll probably get into it. But I'm more excited for like the Oblivion one than I am with Fallout. Fallout, I don't know. For some reason, I've just never fell in love with their shooting mechanics. I know a lot of people love them.
Oh, you don't like like when they pause and then you can
No, I don't.
pick
I don't
where
mind the
you want to shoot.
VATS. I don't mind the VATS. The VAT system is pretty dope.
Okay.
I like that. I just don't like the way it feels. Kind of shooting a gun in Fallout. I feel like it's just
Oh,
not punchy.
not punchy.
It's just not for
Oh
me.
yeah,
It just doesn't feel. It just feels more dry in those games shooting.
interesting. Because I like it. I like especially like the shotgun in Fallout 4. I really like that one.
Yeah, I wasn't
Kia
feeling it.
Sante says
I
he
feel
has
the
the
same
MK
thing,
collector's edition.
and
Yeah, go ahead.
this might make some people uncomfortable. I also feel the same way about Wolfenstein.
What?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Risk It for the Biscuit actually said it on his podcast, and I was like, I actually agree with him on that. It just feels floaty. I just, eh, I just
Yeah,
don't
that's a
like
good
it.
one. That's Vincent. Vincent's asking a very good question. How do you like the Starfield shooting?
Oh,
Fall Field or Star Out?
I think it's the
Okay,
best.
this guy's got
I
jokes.
think it's the best shooting that Bethesda's ever done.
Oh, okay, that Bethesda's ever done. All
Yeah,
right, all right. For a moment there, I thought you were about to jump off the cliff and say it's one of the best shooting that you've ever seen or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
it's not better than something like Halo or something like that, but I
Or
feel like it's a
Cyberpunk.
or Cyberpunk, but I'd put it under there somewhere, under Cyberpunk somewhere.
Hey, Silent Cypher's in here. Welcome in, Silent Cypher. Welcome in. Says now I feel uncomfortable. Thanks. Ham, what did you say? I think it's because of the shooting. You shouldn't
Probably
have said that.
the Wolfenstein thing. I don't know. Like I don't know. It's just
Ooh.
for me. It just wasn't. It just didn't
Pixelbit
hit.
also doesn't approve.
I know.
He
I
says you're
told you.
saddening him. You're making everyone very uncomfortable, Ham.
It's
Someone
just
get
not for
HR
me,
in
dog.
here.
It's not for me,
We
dog.
need to get human resources in here because people
It's
are not feeling this,
I
man.
like the story, and
Um,
I thought the story in Wolfenstein was very intriguing, and that man, that part
okay, I
where
thought you were about to shit on the story as well.
the
Go ahead.
no man, the part where that woman's face is all ripped to shreds and she's talking to you, I about lost it
Caved
right
in.
then. Yeah, I about lost it right there. I was like, yo, look at this. This woman is
And it looks so
insane.
real.
It man, like that was probably like the moment that I'll never forget in Wolfenstein. That and obviously the moment when he's in the wheelchair and whatnot.
Yeah,
Like early in the
yeah,
game or
yeah.
whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, the game isn't bad. I still need to finish up some of the Wolfensteins and whatnot. But I tell you what,
I finished
if we're
all
just
the
talking
recent ones.
about gunplay, I enjoy Starfield's gunplay a heck of a lot more than I do Wolfenstein.
God damn.
I do.
God damn. Someone clip that. Someone, for the love of Kojima, clip that, please. Pixelbit says we love you, bro, but you lost your shooter card.
That's fine. Take it.
Oh, TJ's got some points. TJI, I think. Thanks for coming in, TJI. Says if Starfield has proved anything, it's that Bethesda's next game will be dope, including the shooting in Fallout.
Thank you.
That
If they can
has me
make the
excited.
shooting in Fallout feel the same that it does in Starfield currently, now we're cooking.
Yep.
I actually
That's hot.
I actually wish the VAT
No
system
loading
was
screens.
in. I actually wish the VAT system for just ground warfare was available in Starfield, but it's not. And I kind of get why they didn't do that because it'd be kind of like maybe too close. And having it in the air combat though, it's chef kiss. It's really nice being able to take out like they're shooting you with these crazy ass missiles, and you're just like, I'm gonna hone in and knock that out, so they can stop hitting me with those fucking missiles. So I do like
Mr.
that.
Jonah Duck says this is wild. Mr. Jonah Duck says the next thing Ham is going to say that Horizon Forbidden West is a better shooter than Halo with the bow and arrow.
Okay, now Mr. Jan Dark lost his goddamn mind. There ain't nothing. There is nothing that I like about Horizon Forbidden West better than any other game, other than maybe its graphics and it's
Those graphics are
swimming.
dope.
The swimming in that game is really nice too. But if those are the go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say if those are the two big things for the video game for me, then it's probably not gonna be one of my faves at all. If swimming and graphics are the best two things, bro, come on. I tell you what, I tell you what, fighting in that game, I did not enjoy
Mhm.
it. I did not enjoy the combat in Horizon Forbidden West at all. At all. I thought it was cool.
The
The
set.
effects and stuff were cool, but as for like the repetitiveness behind it, I just didn't like it.
Hold on. Listen. Repetitiveness is like 90% of what video games do.
I know.
All of
I didn't enjoy the repetitiveness of that game.
Oh,
I
okay,
enjoyed the
okay.
repetitiveness of what I'm doing in Starfield. I enjoyed the repetitiveness of what I did in God of War. I enjoyed the repetitiveness of what I did in Ghost of Tsushima. Goodness gracious, the repetitiveness of Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
But I did not. I did not enjoy that same sentiment in Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West. I did not like the melee combat. I thought it was dry, boring, and not very optional in things that you can do with it. I thought it was weird that I'm picking up these guns, but there's no other guns. And I'm using this bow and I don't know why we're doing this right now. I don't want to talk about Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how I
let's
feel
not
about
do
this
that.
game.
Let's talk about actually good games. I joke. I kid.
I'm not
I
gonna. I wouldn't
promise,
say good.
Dark.
I'd say enjoyable.
Oh God. Dark Optimus, I promise I will play the first two Horizon games before I
Why?
die.
Oh, okay. Before you die. Got
Before
it.
I die.
This man's
Yeah.
gonna turn it
And I'll
on,
finish up.
hit up, delete it, turn on, turn on Forbidden West, hold up, run
And
into
then
the water, delete it.
roll into my grave, dude. As soon as I know, like my doctor's like, dude, you have 1 week to live. I'm like, fine. I'll freaking play the damn things. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. A sequel to Ghostwire Tokyo, fiscal year 2024. Ham, be honest, have you even played
Yeah,
Ghostwire Tokyo?
yeah. I played a good amount of Ghostwire.
What?
I haven't finished the
I
story,
haven't even touched it.
but man, doing the little thing, the little finger thing, and grabbing shit out of people's chests.
Come on. You were capping for Immortals of Avium, but Ghostwire Tokyo is too much of a leap for you. It's
What are you talking
essentially
about?
the same thing. They both have like first-person cameras with hands sticking out doing stuff, correct?
Okay.
So, why is it Ghostwire didn't vibe with you, but you were dying to play Immortals of Avium?
What do you mean? I didn't say it didn't vibe with me. I said I didn't finish it.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
played. I man, you over here
So-
jumping to conclusions. You need to relax.
But
Listen.
I'm leaping like Jordan in Space Jam. Go ahead.
Yeah, you out the stratosphere. You right. You gone. But
Dark Optimus says no. Loki's right. You guys should move on and talk about actual good games. And Dark Optimus loves him some PlayStation.
oh yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Um.
God damn.
So no, Ghostwire. No. Ghostwire was chill. Ghostwire was cool. I thought the performance on it needed a little bit of work. That's for real.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry to cut you off. Let's do a new thing. Voidlock just said Ghostwire Tokyo is better than Horizon Forbidden West. Let's do a new thing on this channel, all right? Before we discuss any game that comes up, any game, the first question is this game better than Horizon Forbidden West? Deal?
I guess, look, that's silly.
All right. Finish off. Voidlock, thank you for stating the obvious. Go ahead and finish off. I'm sorry for interrupting, bro.
No, Ghostwire Tokyo was cool. It had some performance issues and whatnot that I didn't really love, but as for the game, I thought it was fine. Story was weird as hell. I'll say that. But as for like the combat and stuff like that, I was cool with it. I didn't have any problem with that game. Morals of Avium looks dope too. While you wanted to bring that up, thinking I was trashing Ghostwire, I was not trashing it at all. I'm cool with either one of those games. I think they're both pretty nice. I'd say they're both about on the same level with me.
Oh, Okay, but you were very, like, very, very hyped for Immortals of Avium.
I was
Why
until
did
they
it
put
come down
themselves.
to it?
I,
That's
I
fine.
was until they delayed it, and I was like, "You delayed it into the game that I spent about
Oh,
$300 plus on." So you're gonna have
and
to
you want to
hold
sit
that.
next to Starfield.
Yeah.
You want to sit next to Starfield. Fuck wrong with you? Um, Mr. Jardog says, avoid lock. Watching a bird eat is more exciting than Horizon Forbidden West. Oh, God. Silent Cypher says, every game is built. Oh, shit. My mask just fell off. Okay. my
Man.
Naruto mask. It fell down. All right. The last game that... Oh, damn. It's not the last one. The next game that was leaked is Dishonored 3 fiscal year 2024. I know Matt likes games. Is definitely excited for Dishonored 3 because he likes the previous ones. What about you, Ham?
I'm excited for a different reason. I think
Okay.
like Dishonored's a game that I played a little bit of. I've only played a little bit of the first one, never got into the second one. And that was just within the last like year I did that. I thought it was nice. I didn't continue it because my backlog is crazy, and like jumping into that while I have all these other things that are coming out that I'm playing is kind of hard to be like, oh, I'm gonna go play this instead of Hi-Fi Rush, or I'm gonna play this instead of Hogwarts, or this instead of Tears. No, so Dishonored's gonna have to wait a little bit, but I'm excited for it because I want to get that nasty taste out of my mouth that Arcane left us with Redfall. That's why I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
And sure, it may be Arcane Leon or something like that. That might be doing Dishonored 3, or maybe it's Austin. I don't know which one it is, but it doesn't matter. The whole the whole squad for Arcane felt it when Redfall came out. So that whole squad needs to feel some sort of positivity from Dishonored 3. So that's the reason I'm looking forward to Dishonored 3. Is just to kind of put Arcane back on the map in the right way.
Oh my God.
They deserve it.
Janet Duck says the rumor of Dishonored 3 is more fun than Horizon Forbidden.
Let's go with
Y'all
it.
are messy. Y'all are messy.
Disrespectful.
I'm not a big fan of the Dishonored series. When I say not a big fan, I'm not saying they're bad games. I've just never played them. So I'll just
No, the stealth.
You say.
The stealth in the movement I thought was pretty dope in it. Not gonna lie. I haven't got too far to have too much to have too much action that's happened, like with alerting everybody that I'm there. I've mostly played that game just stealth, kind of snuck around, kind of got lost, to be honest. Didn't really know what I was doing. So when I get back into that game, I might have to start from scratch because I remember hopping back into it. I was confused.
Part about it. The worst part about having so many games and them being so accessible in terms of price and maybe even platform is that you can literally end up in that situation you're describing, but with like several games where you have to restart several games because you keep jumping from game to game to game to game.
Mm-hmm.
First world problems. All right. The next game is the Indiana Jones game, which we have known about and was originally scheduled for fiscal year 2022, but thanks to the COOF, we didn't get 2022. We're probably not going to get 2023. Ham, what are your thoughts about Indiana Jones?
I'm very excited for that, and the reason I'm excited is because I don't know what to expect, and I think that's like kind of an awesome feeling to have, especially with video games. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how they're going to go about this. I don't know what the gun mechanic's going to be like. I don't know what swinging with that motherfucker's going to be like. You know, it's going to be a wild game I'm interested in knowing if I mean, I'm not sure if they have announced this at all or not, but I'm interested in knowing if it's going to be first person, third person, or a mixture of both. If it's a mixture of both, I
If
am
I'm putting money
stoked.
on it,
You think it's going to be first
if I'm
person?
putting money on it, I'm thinking it's gonna be Uncharted.
Okay, so you think it's going to be third person?
Yep, and I think the whole structure is gonna be Uncharted, but Uncharted on Xbox.
It'd
That's
be it'd be really
that's what I'm.
interesting seeing Machine Games do a game like that. Like how many?
Hmm.
When's the last time you've seen a third person Machine Games game?
I don't know. Have they made one?
Not that I know of, but I'm sure somebody in the chat may know if they have, but I don't think so.
Right. Let's see. I'm checking their wiki right now because now I'm curious. Wolfenstein, Quake, Wolfenstein. That's it.
So no.
No, just first person. So this is going to be an interesting experiment for them.
Right. We don't
Could
know
be
what to
interesting.
really expect. And I mean, take it with a grain of salt, sure. But, Todd Howard says he's liking what he's seeing over there at Machine Games with Indiana Jones. And that's
Oh,
very interesting.
Vincent comes up with a good point. Ham, did you see the new Indiana Jones movie? Ham?
My wife just came through. I'm sorry. No, I haven't seen the new Indiana Jones movie.
Man, I hope Xbox pay attention. I hope they paid attention because it wasn't Indiana Jones. It was Indiana Jonesette. All
Oh
right.
shit.
And people did not,
Okay.
yeah, people did not like it. People
So
did
that's
not
so
like
that
it.
might be
So,
why I haven't heard anything else about that movie since it came out. Oh, that movie
dude, it's
literally
Indiana
came out.
Jones
The movie literally came
this
out, and I
year.
haven't heard a peep about it. Nah. While Mario out
One of
here
the
doing
biggest
numbers,
franchises on the
I'm hearing
planet.
things about Gran Turismo. I haven't heard not
Yes.
squat about
Barbie.
Indiana Jones. Barbie, yep. Tell him about it.
Yep.
Didn't Sonic have a movie? Or was that the end of last year?
Yeah, Sonic 2. Sonic 2, but I think that was last year. Yeah, Sonic 2 was last year. It
Yeah,
was
okay.
it was it was rough. It was rough. That's what I will say before I get called all types of ists and phobes. Um, moving on. The next game is Project Kestrel. Fiscal year 2023 obviously didn't happen, and an expansion fiscal year 2024 also didn't happen. I guess there's nothing to be said here because we don't know what the hell's going on. And then the next one is Project Platinum, same thing, don't know anything. And then the next one is a vaguely named licensed IP game. All right, Ham, let's spitball. Guess what game this could be, or what game do you think would be the best fit for Xbox to have as a licensed IP? Damn it, headphones again. Ham, can you hear me? Ah,
Yeah.
my headphones are doing this again. All right,
No.
there we go. It's back. It's back. It's back. Sorry, you're saying?
No, no, no. I was saying, please, how about you answer it so I have like some sort of direction to go with? Because I don't even know what to think of when you just say new license.
The Hulk.
The Hulk, huh?
Simple. The big, mean, green machine
I got one for you, and you're gonna
for
hate it.
Xbox. What?
Fusion Frenzy.
Ugh.
I want to
Way to
see
throw the
Fusion
ball before
Frenzy come back.
throw the air. Okay. Go ahead. Go
Hey,
off, because you sound excited about this. Go ahead.
man, me and Post Up were talking about it a couple weeks ago on um
That's not like. Is it licensed IP?
they own the license of that, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, but when they say licensed IPs, because it's not theirs.
Oh, so they're pulling from somewhere else?
Fusion is. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Kind, yeah.
You know what would be legendary? I'd love to see come back, and if
What?
they took it from somebody from somewhere else. And I'm getting just personal on this one. This is so unnecessary, but Road Rash. I said this yesterday. I'd like to see Road Rash come back. I want
That
to
would be
see it.
nice with
I,
like updated graphics.
like I want it to be like, yeah, of course, updated graphics, but
The
almost
classic
like they did.
style.
You see what they did recently with F-Zero on Switch, right?
Yes.
I want to see that for Road Rash.
Yeah, like update it, but don't take out the soul of what makes it like Road Rash, essentially.
Exactly, but like, hear me out now. Like you see the F-Zero game that has like 70 or 100 or whatever players that can hop
Mm-hmm.
in and they get eliminated throughout it. Well, Road Rash is perfect for
Mm-hmm.
that because you're literally beating the shit out of people all next to you and whatnot. They got chains, they got nightclubs, bats, whatever, fists, Nux, whatever. It would be cool to see that game come out and you're just like rolling through like San Francisco and like turn it into like a kind of like a battle royale, like Cruising USA kind of thing. I think it'd be
That would be
dope.
good. Instead, yeah, because most of like the bike games that we get now are mostly like simulator type games.
Right.
It'd be nice to have something that's more like whatever. Let's do it. Ooh,
100%.
Pixelbit says I'll take Hulk or Spawn. Yeah, Spawn would be good. Hey, Sergeant Sentinel, welcome in. Sour Blow says Conquer. Voidlock, Bloody Roar, yes. God, yes. There is a fighter that can go toe to toe with Tekken. For me, at least. Bloody Roar. And keep it 3D. If they
A
do
new
that,
Killer Instinct.
yeah, make it 3D and we can talk.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, man, terms and conditions apply. All right. All right, Hem, we have reached the end of the leaks. So now I will ask you the $1,000,000 question.
Sure.
Should Microsoft sue the FTC? I'm not saying will they win. Should they sue?
I say it depends on whether this deal goes through or not. If it doesn't go through, I think they should definitely
Mm.
sue
So
because
the lawyer should go in there.
you just put my stuff out there and we got nothing out of it. But if it does go through, it's
You'd
kind
make
of
a good
like
lawyer.
it. But if it does go through, it's just kind of like, well, now you know where we're coming from and you know how we're doing it. What you gonna do about it?
So now you're sitting there and you're like, Microsoft should use this in some way to like try and negotiate or strong arm. Jeremy Brown says no, Microsoft can't sue. Why? Why can they not? Microsoft leaked the info? What? Sources, sir. Sources. Because every other source that I've checked says that the documents have been leaked. We still don't have an actual source. So please send us your links. Please, Mr. Jeremy Brown. Microsoft leaked the info. What? That would be wild. So, Ham, strong arm and see if they can get the deal to go through and then decide whether they can sue or not.
Right.
For me, the most interesting point with all this is where are the where the where are the PlayStation leaks?
What? Say it
Um,
again.
did saying where are the PlayStation leaks? Didn't they investigate everyone involved? Didn't they air out the dirty laundry of everyone involved, including one of the biggest complainants, which was Sony, that they even called in Jim Ryan to depose and all that.
Yeah, but they. I feel like the information that they had for Microsoft is like tenfold the information that they needed to gather from anyone else. So I'd feel like it'd probably be harder to leak such little amount of information compared to a ton of information that's being brought to court from Microsoft. That's personal thought.
Hmm. Okay. Well, it's just something that was in my mind the whole time this thing is going through, right? I'm like, okay, at any moment we're going to start seeing something from the Sony side, and silence. You didn't find this awkward or strange, Ham?
I mean, I never, and I guess this is me bringing out my inner ex bot, but I never think that Xbox is gonna get treated fairly until until they make it just so known that they can't be touched. I just don't think they're really gonna have a fair shake, or like they're gonna be exposed before somebody else is, like a PlayStation or Nintendo or something like that. So they're always gonna have like the raw end of the deal. At this point, I'm kind of just used to it. So, we just keep on, doing what we do. This is what it is. We roll with the punches.
Oh my god. Dolomite says PlayStation has no games, that's why they're silent. There's
Oh,
nothing to leak,
damn.
Ham. There's nothing to leak, ladies and gentlemen. It's Spider-Man, and then we ain't got nothing for you. All right? Just a
Disrespectful.
bunch of
Wow.
third party exclusives. Just like we're paying for Final Fantasy, we're paying for this, we're paying. Oh, Dollar Knight, that is messed up. That is messed up. All right, and that's all we have for the leaks.
Thank goodness.
Again, I would like to reiterate that we had a whole slate of topics, but here we are. Anyways, let's try and get through what we can, Ham, before we run out of time. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 No Day Night Cycle Insomniac explains why. This is from a site I honestly have never used, but it turns out they're actually legit. It's AROGD, AROGED. So this is the quote. In our exclusive interview with the writers of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the guys from Insomniac, in fact, they confirmed to us that this system has not been implemented in the game, and therefore the transition from day to night will only take place in a predetermined manner. This is a quote from the devs. We opted not to add the day-night cycle and dynamic weather. The game director told us, Ryan Smith, as we have a well-designed lighting system designed to tell the story in a way we want. Please tell me you feel the same way I do. This is a big nothing burger.
Mm, for the most part, I'd say it's a nothing burger. There's a little bit of just like
Oh,
kind of meh on the sense of like I think some dynamic weather at this time would be kind of cool. As for the day and night cycle, I'm whatever. But it'd be kind of cool to see, a different change in weather and stuff like that happen, go from sunny to raining or something like that. I think that'd be pretty dope. But hey, they didn't add it. It didn't really seem to bother me in the last two Spider-Man, so I'm leaning more towards nothing burger than an actual
yeah, I
issue.
saw people losing it. I saw people losing it,
I'm more
talking about,
concerned.
oh, Starfield has dynamic weather. Okay, go ahead.
I'm more
Sorry, go
concerned
ahead.
with that truck crashing all over the building and the building being in perfect shape. Like, I was more
Come on,
concerned with
Ham.
that. I was just like,
No,
that's
that's
kind
not
of
an
weird
issue.
too.
Come on.
It is a little weird, you know, like
It's
we
really
see it.
not.
It kind of is to me because there are older games as to where damage would happen to a building or something like that, and then it's like just like that for the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like this building got
Yeah,
damaged, and
yeah.
it's just like that now. That's the City 2.0
That
of you made it this far into the
that
game, and this way it looks now.
that reminds me of that game. Remember that game with superpowers? Um, damn it. Where you're playing is this dude who has like
What, Crackdown?
some sort of like black energy stuff that like I'm forgetting the name. What is it called? It even had a sequel, but this time in the sequel it was a black dude who was the thingy, who was the protagonist. I'm forgetting.
I don't know.
Ah, damn it! And it's so messed up because it's a very popular game, and I played both of those games. Anyway, um, the whole thing with going up the building, Ham. I don't
Are
think
you
that's a
talking
big deal,
about
honestly.
are you talking about Prototype?
Yes, prototype, exactly.
What about
So
it?
in prototype, if I'm not mistaken, there was a lot of damage that would stay on the buildings after you did damage to them, either the first one or the second one, or maybe that's just my imagination. When I saw the whole building thing, I understand what you're saying. I also sat there and I was like, yeah, it would be cool if you could maybe damage that building, especially if it's like a set piece type situation, you know? Why not put in that extra work just for that specific building? But unfortunately, that's not what happened. But I don't think it was that much of a big issue, dude. Come on. Come on.
I'm not saying it's keeping me from buying the game. I'm still getting the game day one, but I'm just saying like I just thought that was a little weird in that scene. It's just like they're showing off the effects of that scene, and one of the effects is just
Yeah.
not really happening. You know what I'm saying?
It could
So it
have
was just
popped off
kind of
more if they damaged the building.
exactly. I think it would have been insane to see like glass just like blowing out of the windows or something like a Matrix effect. Like remember when
Yeah.
what like I
Oh,
think it was like a helicopter or something like that hit the building and the
yes.
building kind of like
The first
bended in and then it
mold
just
and then
exploded.
explodes. That was
Yes, like
wild.
that was
That was wild.
like we both are sitting here talking about we remember the feeling of that moment.
Yes.
I'm saying
Yes.
from Spider-Man 2 they could have had something like that
It
just to
could have been
kind
a
of
moment.
blow you away. And
Yeah.
it's and and
Yeah.
and, and, and see what they could have did is they could have made that happen, however, and then after that scene happens, it's just like
That's
boarded
over.
up or no like boarded up or like caution tape all over it or something like that, and it's just like that for the rest of the game.
Something to make the city look lived in, real.
Right, but it looks
Yeah.
untouched.
Even if it was just for that specific building, it would have been a nice touch. You're right. You're right. Sour Blow says windows are made of adamantium. Wakanda confirmed. Oh, goodness. All right. So we both agree it's not really a big deal, but the building was a missed. It was a missed opportunity. Let's move on to the next topic. Mortal Kombat 1 review. So I'm just gonna read the recap at the bottom. This one, uh, okay, this is IGN, but in its defense, it was reviewed by Mitchell Saltzman. All right, it wasn't reviewed by the person that everyone currently hates from IGN. The bone crunching gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1 is some of the best the series has ever seen. Thanks to the game-changing cameo system, NetherRealm delivers a fantastic single-player story mode as well. However, the new Invasions mode is a grind and the online options feel dated. 8 out of 10. Uh, thoughts, Ham?
I've heard nothing but good things from K Mega about this game. He was pretty surprised about it.
Oh,
As you know, from me, I'm not too much into fighters. I haven't big into fighters since like the real Mortal Kombat one, like the
the
original one,
real Mortal Kombat?
the
Stop it.
original Mortal Kombat one. You know, and or actually, I shouldn't say that. I like the like all the way up until like Tekken 3 and like Soul Blade and maybe the
Here we
last
go.
the last bit was probably like Marvel's versus Capcom 2 and Power Stone. Those were the last times that I
Mm-hmm.
was like massive into it. I guess I can go with Mortal Kombat Deception as well. That game was fire. But really since like the early 2000s, late 90s, this kind of fell off of fighters. So I'm not the best person to ask about the newer Mortal Kombat, but I do think that the Switch version is a problem.
Oh, we're going to get to that. Trust. We will get to that.
All right, all right.
As for me personally, Mortal Kombat is a stellar series. I haven't found the time to get into it. I was planning on doing it, and then Starfield happened. Starfield is still happening,
It is.
and Cyberpunk 2.0 is coming in a couple of days. I don't know how I'm going to cope. And then Forza is coming out early next month, and then Metal Gear at the end of the month.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, but yeah, clearly, clearly, for anyone that's interested in fighting games, Mortal Kombat is where it's at. Unless you're getting it on Switch. So let's talk about that. Mortal Kombat 1 fans are roasting the $70 Nintendo Switch version for its eye-popping visual. Eye-popping. All right. Mortal Kombat 1 is out in the wild following its early access release. So fans finally have a chance to check out the visuals for the Nintendo Switch version. Unfortunately, early impressions are negative, so much that NetherRealm's fighting game is already approaching meme status. Ham, I hope do you have it up? Do you have the article up?
No, I just have the Mortal Kombat trailer kind of playing in the background, but I mean, I can put up the article that you're talking about.
Scroll down.
Yeah, I see it.
Scroll down.
No, I got it. I got it. It's right here, bro. It is right
Oh my
here.
goodness. $70. You know what you could buy with $70? You
Uh,
could pay for
not Mortal
Cyberpunk
Kombat.
2.0 and the early access for for Forza Motorsport on Game Pass. You could buy the early access with $70. You could do it.
Buy a lot of Twinkies.
Anyways, you you know what? You could warm your hands with the $70. You just light it on fire. You could warm your hands for like 5 seconds. Anyways, a couple of the tweets that were pointed out here by IGN. Someone wrote, sorry, it's K Lestis wrote on Twitter. Found out Mortal Kombat 1 came out on Switch with the side effect of facial expressions not being a thing. I guess you can see it on the screen. Silent Cipher, the $2 super chat says the Switch Mortal Kombat 1 version looks like Gary Busey. Man, Gary's old, guys.
That's
Let's
mad
not do
disrespect.
He's old. Can we not do this? Kiyosati says, bro, on Xbox, it's like playing an FM. So good looking, it looks like you're fighting with real actors. Wow, for real. Okay. The next comment is from that boy Aqua, who said Omni Man in Mortal Kombat and then they put a wild ass picture of Jonah Jameson. Uh, and then last tweet is from Joey from Friends, who was just genuinely shocked when you get to the point, right, where your game has celebrities who don't really put in that many hours. When you have celebrities going like, "What the hell is this?" That's when you know you're in trouble. Ham, what are your thoughts on Mortal Kombat costing $70 on the Switch and looking like Gary freaking Busey?
You had to retie that in somehow,
Wow,
didn't you? I,
I didn't say it. I'm just repeating.
yo, I think it's a stone cold ripoff. What they decided to do. Whether you want to blame it on the folks over that made Mortal Kombat, or you want to blame it on Nintendo. Like, yo, trying to put this price tag next to the other two consoles and PC is just wild. It's just like it's not fair. It's wrong. And see, a lot of people will say, but it's the Switch version. It's the Switch version. You should anticipate there being there being worse graphics or worse frames or whatnot. Yeah, exactly. I do anticipate it. So why is the price like that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on
Yeah.
now. Like to me, that's just so wrong. To have it be the same price. If they would have made it 50, I mean, it still would have been a little wild with the performance and everything that you're getting out of it, for sure. It's still an excusable performance. But at least you would be able to kind of see that price and be like, okay, for $20 extra, I can really get the better looking one on PlayStation or Xbox or something like that. I just think what they're doing is just wild for the Switch, and that's one of the reasons. Because K Mega was asking me the other day or yesterday. He was asking me yesterday, like, or maybe it was last Friday. But it was last Friday. He was asking me if I was excited about the Switch showcase and whatnot. And I actually even said it on Bullshit, and I believe too. There's just nothing that Nintendo can really do to keep me excited. I know that I know the power limits of this thing. In my opinion, it hit the pinnacle of that with Tears of the Kingdom. You cannot try to tell me that I'm getting, more out of a Mortal Kombat than I would a Tears of the Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like Nintendo, you put your heart, soul, and everything into Tears of the Kingdom, and it worked out, and it looks good, it plays fun, and everything like that for the Switch. But you can't be going to these third-party developers and then saying, hey, give me what they got at a lower resolution, a lower FPS, so we can sell it for the same price. It doesn't make any damn sense. Just that whole thing right there makes no sense to me. And here's another thing K-Mega said that I thought held some weight. This also, seeing the way that this is performing on the Switch, for however much the Switch costs, what's it, like $300, $350 for the OLED model? Mm-hmm. Man, that's making the Series S look pretty. Isn't it? It's making the Series S look beautiful at that point, because for the same price, maybe you can't carry around the Series S without buying the screen for it, but still you have to power it from somewhere or whatnot. Maybe it's not as accessible and mobile as the Switch, but goodness gracious, at least you are getting what you paid for with the Series S. Because on the Switch, you are not.
Yo, Mr. Joanna Dark is not taking Kiyosante's slander about the Switch. just to be clear, just to be very clear, you are also getting what you paid for if you pay for Mortal Kombat on the Switch.
Are you getting what you paid
It's
for?
your damn fault. It's your damn fault. Dude, if someone sits out there and sells you a Corolla for 200,000 US dollars and you pay, that's your problem. If the guy next door pays 200,000, gets a Lamborghini, that's his problem as well, because he has to deal with maintenance and whatever. You have cheap fuel, but it's still a Corolla. So hey man, tough. Honestly, I think this thing is gonna do numbers on the Switch. People are going to eat this up. Just watch. It's just too bad that they don't like announce officially. Oh, this game sold X number of copies on PlayStation, on Nintendo, and on Xbox. Because I would love for like I'd like to see it for other games, but for this one specifically, because I'd be willing to bet real money this game will sell more on the Switch than it sells on Xbox.
Probably. Really, probably.
That's going to
Because
happen.
more, I mean, just think about it. Just in the sense of hardware out, there's way more people that bought the Switch than the last. I mean, you can combine the last generation with this generation of the Xbox, and there's still a lead in the Switch.
It's still not enough. It's still
Mm-hmm.
not enough. So if you own NetherRealm or you own Nintendo, even if you saw this rough ass port,
Can't be
even
me,
if you
dog.
saw that,
Can't be me.
are you still are you still gonna sit there and be like, guys, let's not release this? Seriously, you're gonna sit there and tell the whoever publishes the game, no, 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 we're not gonna put this out on our console. It looks rough. Stop it, stop it. They're gonna sell this, and it's gonna make millions.
You see what KSI
Stop the slander. Stop the slander. It's not MK's fault if your platform is an abacus. You gotta pay the premium for the Vaseline face port. God. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, shout out to Vaseline, but bro, that response was raw. There was no Vaseline on that
Facts.
response.
Yo.
Hit him with that ice cube. No
You know what?
Vaseline.
You know what? On that note, Tam, we gotta get up out of here. Please tell everyone where they can find us, etc., and then take us out, bro.
Yo,
fun.
it's been phenomenal. Thank you so much for everybody that pulled up, especially you, Mike Johnson, in the chat, because you do not stop coming here with that Microsoft slander. And you know what? I love it. I love it. Keep bringing it back. Keep that salt shaking, bruh. Keep it. But anyways, I appreciate all of you that came through. Shout out to the members that pulled up to the show today.
Yeah.
That being Cult Classic Cage, Dark Optimus, Pixel Bit G, Dragonheart Yobi. Let's see, Dusty, Bunty,
Dark.
Sour Blow, Mr. Joanna Dark, Silent
Bunty was
Cypher. Yeah, Bunty was here. He said his infamous.
One, man. I didn't even see you, bro. I'm
Fail.
heartbroken.
Dola Knight.
Go ahead.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if we have any other members. Jacob Novick. I'm trying to see if I Tim Purr.
Mortal Kombat 1 on Switch
Lady
is more fun than Horizon Forbidden West.
Man, stop it. Oh my goodness. The disrespect don't stop. The disrespect doesn't stop. Ray Chi, good to see you as well. Absolutely. But anyways, yeah, Bunty said he's still here. But it was phenomenal having you guys all pull up. 2 days in a row now, we've had concurrent views sitting around 30. So that's phenomenal. It is nuts. Me and Loke really appreciate you guys out there. Super chats, whatever. We don't. I mean, we like them, but really, we just want your guys' time. We really appreciate being able to, help you get through your work day
Right.
or whatever you're doing at home or outside of your home. You guys are thinking of us and keeping tuned
In
into us.
traffic.
And I'm telling you, it must be good retention because we've yet to hit over 100 views on this stream, but somehow we're concurrently staying near 30. So I'm really happy for the people. And honestly, flat out, I got to give you guys a hand. Thank you so much for being who you guys are and doing what you guys do. The chat's always rolling. It's crazy. I absolutely love it. So shout out to you guys out there. Shout out to you guys. Just definitely got to give you guys your love and appreciation 100% because I appreciate that type of shit. I know it's not easy to be supportive for everybody because I know a lot of you guys hop around to different podcasts and everything like that.
Yeah.
But to continually come back to ours and show us that love, gratitude, and everything like that. I mean, giving it up to y'all. I appreciate it. But anyways, we're going to get up out of here. Make sure that you check us out this Thursday. I actually have a doctor coming on to Behind Them Sticks.
A real one.
Yeah, a real one. And we're going to talk about some of the stuff that happens within gaming, violent games, where she actually came from, why she thought being a doctor within the gaming space was something that she would like to do. So definitely make sure y'all pull up. And I know it's all love, Mike Johnson. He said, great show. Peace to everyone. It's all love over here. And I love that. I love being able to have people from both sides. We got Dark Optimus. We got Mike Johnson, predominantly more PlayStation. We got, Mrs. Joanna Dark, Ray Chi, Kay Asante, and whoever else that talk a lot about Xbox and stuff like that. Whether you want to call yourself more predominantly that or not, I'll leave that to you. But we appreciate you guys all. So make sure you come up Thursday for that episode of Behind Them Sticks. It's going to be an early show at 2:00 Eastern, I believe. It's either going to be 2 or 3 o'clock Eastern. I think it's 2:00 Eastern, but I'll be posting that on Twitter. You can follow me at HamSolo05 Gaming, and you can also follow TSWS Gaming. And then if you feel nice, you can also follow Loke at Loke7. But you'll catch us. You'll catch me and Loke back together with Cozy and Matt Likes Games this Friday on another episode of Bullshit. And do we know who our guest is yet, Loke?
Working on it, bro. Working on it.
Okay,
God.
so yeah, we working on it right now. Oh man, I love it. So, anyways, y'all have a good rest of your day. Be safe. Take it easy. Play some games, and as your boy Ham Solo here on the TSWS Gaming YouTube channel says, with his boy Loke on the lowdown every Tuesday. Make sure y'all suckers out there is keeping it gaming or keeping it moving. Peace out, y'all.
Ciao.